They say the West was built on blood and sometimes the dead refused to stay buried. Cowboys whispered of a lone rider who appeared on moonlit nights, his face pale as bone, his eyes burning like fire. He was called the Ghost Rider of the Plains. Some swore he was a restless spirit. Others claimed he was flesh and blood, a gunslinger hiding behind a mask of death. But one thing was certain: wherever the Ghost Rider appeared, men died. The legend began in 1873 near Abilene, Kansas. A rancher named Thomas Barlow was found shot dead, his herd scattered, his ranch set ablaze. Witnesses swore they saw a rider in black galloping across the flames, his coat trailing like smoke. At first, folks dismissed it as drunken superstition. But then, the killings continued. Over the next year, 3 more ranchers were found dead under similar circumstances. Each killing was marked by strange signs: hoof prints that led nowhere, cattle spooked into stampedes, bullets lodged deep in the walls with no visible shooter. And always, someone claimed to see the pale-faced rider vanish into the night. Rumors spread that he was a murdered cowboy returned from the grave, seeking vengeance on the living. Others believed he was a secret assassin, using the legend as cover for his crimes. The first serious attempt to capture him came in 1875, when a posse tracked him to Devil's Gulch. They surrounded the canyon, lanterns in hand, rifles ready. At midnight, a horse's cry echoed through the gulch. The Ghost Rider appeared, galloping straight through the posse. Bullets lit the night, but not one struck him. Men swore he rode right through solid rock. By dawn, 2 of the posse were dead, their throats cut, their bodies left as warnings. The survivors fled, never speaking his name again. Panic gripped the plains. Merchants refused to send wagons at night. Ranchers hired extra guards. Mothers kept their children indoors after sunset. The governor of Kansas put a $5,000 bounty on the Ghost Rider, dead or alive. Dozens of bounty hunters answered the call. None returned. One bounty hunter's horse stumbled back into town riderless, its saddle stained with blood. Another was found miles away, his body pale and drained as if life itself had been sucked from him. The legend only grew. In 1877, a drifter stumbled into Dodge City, claiming he had shared whiskey with the Ghost Rider himself. According to his tale, the rider was once a gunman named Ezra Kane, betrayed and murdered by his own partners during a gold robbery. Left for dead, Kane clawed his way out of a shallow grave and swore vengeance. Some laughed at the story, others shivered. After all, the killings often struck men with reputations as thieves, swindlers, or killers. Maybe the Ghost Rider's vengeance had a purpose. The Ghost Rider's most infamous appearance came in Amarillo. A group of hired gunmen, drunk and boasting, swore they'd kill him. That night, gunfire erupted in the streets. Witnesses saw the rider in black weaving through the chaos, his pistols flashing. By morning, 6 gunmen lay dead. Not a single townsfolk was harmed. And just as quickly as he appeared, he was gone. The people of Amarillo declared the Ghost Rider wasn't a curse. He was a dark kind of justice. But was he truly a ghost? In 1879, a young Texas ranger named Daniel Harlan decided to find out. Tracking the rider for months, Harlan discovered something others had missed. The Ghost Rider never struck the same place twice. His killings followed the trail of an old gold shipment rumored to have been stolen a decade earlier. Harlan believed the rider wasn't a spirit at all, but a man hunting down those who betrayed him during the robbery. Finally, in a canyon near the Pecos, Harlan faced him. By lantern light, he saw the truth. A gaunt man with hollow cheeks, his skin bleached from years in the desert sun, his eyes bloodshot and wild. Not a ghost, just a man who had lived too long with vengeance burning inside him. The showdown was brutal. Harlan and the Ghost Rider exchanged shots in the canyon. Both were hit, but when the dust cleared, the rider lay dead at last, his pistols empty, his body broken. On his chest, Harlan found a pouch of gold coins, the last remnant of the robbery that had started it all. The legend should have ended there. But that night, as the townsfolk buried him, some swore they saw a lone rider on the horizon, pale and silent, fading into the moonlight. To this day, no one agrees whether the Ghost Rider of the Plains was real or a spirit. Historians say he was Ezra Kane, a betrayed outlaw. Folk singers claim he still rides, punishing the wicked. Cowboys around the fire still whisper of his pale face and burning eyes. Whether man or phantom, the Ghost Rider became one of the most enduring legends of the frontier. The Wild West was filled with killers, lawmen, and outlaws. But sometimes, the line between myth and reality blurred, and in that twilight, figures like the Ghost Rider rode, forever caught between the living and the dead. If the Ghost Rider's tale gave you chills, saddle up with us by subscribing to West Side Tales. More haunted legends, outlaw tales, and frontier mysteries ride here every day.